Welcome to this powerful prayer for recovery and restoration. If you have lost peace, finances, health, time, or opportunities, this psalm-based prayer is here to help you take back everything the enemy stole. Pray along in faith as God releases divine restoration, breakthrough, and supernatural turnaround over your life. Lord my God, arise in your mighty power and let your voice thunder through every spiritual realm, commanding every blessing, every opportunity, every joy, and every divine portion that was stolen from my life to return to me now, as you stretch forth your hand and recover all that the enemy forcefully carried away from my destiny. Father of restoration, by your consuming fire and unfailing mercy, gather together every good thing that was scattered from my life through warfare, fear, betrayal, or delay, and let those blessings locate me again with divine speed, divine accuracy, and divine completion. I cry unto you, O God of recompense, to pursue every thief of my peace, my future, and my progress, and to force them by your power to release everything they took from my life, leaving nothing behind in the camp of darkness. Let the hand that brought Israel out of captivity reach into my situation now, pulling out every blessing, every open door, and every promise that was locked away from me by evil forces and restoring them back into my life in full measure. Lord, let your angels of recovery move through every hidden place where my breakthroughs, my answers, and my divine portions were buried, and let them bring back to me all that belongs to me by covenant right. By your righteous judgment, Father, overturn every verdict that allowed the enemy to steal from my destiny, and replace it with a decree of restoration, repayment, and divine compensation over my life. I release the power of heaven against every spirit of loss and delay, commanding them to release my stolen seasons, my stolen victories, and my stolen favor, so that my life may be filled again with the fullness of your blessings. O God of my salvation, step into every broken area of my life and rebuild what was destroyed, restore what was taken, and revive what was weakened, until nothing that belongs to me remains missing or damaged. Let every blessing that slipped away through ignorance, warfare, or wickedness be called back by your voice and reattached to my life, bringing with it new strength, new glory, and new momentum. I stand upon your covenant of restoration and declare that from this moment forward my life shall be marked by total recovery, divine restoration, and supernatural return of everything the enemy stole from me. O Lord my God, arise in your authority and recover every dream, every calling, and every divine assignment that was stolen, delayed, or buried by the hands of darkness, and restore them back into my life with clarity, power, and unstoppable forward movement. Father of purpose, let your light shine into every place where my destiny was hidden, attacked, or diverted, and bring back every plan you designed for me before the foundation of the world. I cry out to you, O God, to remove every veil, every chain, and every spiritual blockade that has kept my destiny from unfolding, and let my ordained future begin to manifest in its fullness. Let every destiny helper that was driven away by warfare or confusion return to my life now by divine command, reconnecting me to the people and opportunities you appointed for my advancement. O Lord, take back my future from every evil altar where it was placed, and restore my divine path so that I may walk again in the direction you originally designed for me. By your mighty hand, erase every delay written against my name, and replace it with divine acceleration, divine favor, and divine alignment with heaven's timetable. I command every spiritual prison that held my purpose captive to break open, releasing my calling to move forward with power and precision. Father, restore every good plan, every open door, and every divine opportunity that was stolen from my destiny, and let them reappear before me with the multiplied strength. Let every mark of failure, rejection, and confusion that tried to define my future be wiped away, and let your original purpose for my life shine brighter than ever before. I declare before heaven and earth that my destiny is no longer delayed, damaged, or stolen, but restored, revived, and empowered by the mighty hand of the Lord. O Lord, my provider, arise in your great power and recover every financial blessing, every open door, and every provision that was stolen, diverted, or blocked by the enemy, and let them return to my life now with abundance and divine increase. Father of wealth and provision, let your hand reach into every place where my resources were trapped, and pull out every penny, every opportunity, and every harvest that belongs to me by covenant rights. I call upon you, O God, to break every chain of financial delay, debt, and limitation, and release into my life the flow of prosperity that was interrupted by darkness. Let every business opportunity, job connection, and financial breakthrough that was taken from me be restored now by divine authority and heavenly command. O Lord, rain down your provision upon my life and wash away every season of lack, hardship, and insufficiency that the enemy used to oppress me. By your power, restore my ability to prosper, to grow, and to multiply, and let every stolen resource return to me with greater value and greater impact. I declare that my finances are no longer in captivity, but are released into my hands by the power of your word and the force of your promises. Let every curse of poverty, struggle, and financial frustration be broken, and let divine abundance rise in its place within my life. Father, reposition me into streams of provision that cannot be dried, blocked, or stolen, and let my life overflow with your supply. I receive full financial recovery where every loss is restored, every seed bears fruit, and every stolen blessing returns multiplied by your Lord, my healer. Arise in your mighty mercy and stretch forth your hand into every part of my body that sickness, weakness, pain, and affliction have touched. And let your healing virtue flow through my blood, my bones, my organs, and my breath, restoring me to the fullness of life, strength, and divine health that you ordained for me. Father of life, let your fire of restoration move through every system of my body, burning away every trace of disease, inflammation, and infirmity, and replacing it with the power of your living word that rebuilds, renews, and strengthens all that was damaged. I cry unto you, O God of healing, to take back my health from every spiritual and physical attack that sought to weaken, destroy, or limit my body, and to restore me into perfect balance, strength, and wholeness by your supernatural power. Let every sickness that stole my peace, my energy, and my ability to move forward be driven out now by the authority of your name, and let my body respond to your voice by rising in renewed vitality and divine strength. O Lord, repair every damaged cell, every weakened organ, every broken tissue, and every failing system within me. And let your creative power rebuild my body according to the original design you spoke over my life. By your mighty hand, cancel every negative report, every medical verdict, and every diagnosis that speaks against my health, and replace it with your decree of life, healing, and complete restoration. Father, fill me with your healing presence, and let your breath of life flow into every area where pain, fatigue, and weakness once lived, turning every place of suffering into a testimony of your power. I declare that my body is no longer under the control of sickness or affliction, but is fully surrendered to your healing power, becoming a dwelling place for strength, vitality, and divine wholeness. Let every lingering symptom, hidden illness, and unseen attack be exposed and removed by your light, and let my body rise in full health, stability, and supernatural energy. I receive total physical recovery, where every part of my body is restored, every pain is silenced, every weakness is healed, and my life reflects the glory of your healing hand. O Lord my God, arise in your gentle yet mighty power, and recover every portion of my peace that fear, anxiety, trauma, and spiritual attack have stolen from my heart. And let your calming presence flood every place in my soul where unrest, worry, and heaviness once ruled. Father of comfort, Let your healing light enter every hidden place of pain, disappointment, and sorrow within me, lifting every burden and restoring my heart to the quiet strength and stability that only you can give. I cry unto you, O God of peace, to silence every voice of fear, confusion, and distress that has tormented my mind, and replace it with your voice of assurance, hope, and divine security. Let every emotional wound, every memory of pain, and every mark of heartbreak be healed by your loving hand, until my heart is no longer weighed down but lifted into freedom and joy. Lord, remove every heaviness that has settled in my spirit, and fill me instead with your peace that surpasses understanding, guarding my heart and my mind in every situation. By your power, break every chain of stress, anxiety, and inner turmoil that has held my emotions captive, and restore my soul into a place of rest, balance, and divine calm. Father, recover my joy, my confidence, and my emotional strength that were stolen by sorrow, betrayal, and prolonged battles, and let my heart rise again in hope and gladness. Let your peace flow through my thoughts, my feelings, and my inner being, washing away every trace of fear and replacing it with trust, courage, and divine assurance. O God, rebuild my inner world with your love, your comfort, and your presence until my heart becomes a dwelling place of peace and emotional stability. I receive full emotional recovery where my mind is quieted, my heart is healed, my joy is restored, and my soul rests safely in the peace of the Lord. Lord my God, arise in your restoring love and recover every relationship, every family bond, and every godly connection that was damaged, broken, or stolen by misunderstanding, betrayal, or spiritual attack. And let your healing power bring unity and peace back into my life. Father of reconciliation, let your gentle yet mighty hand mend every wounded heart, every broken trust, and every fractured bond, restoring harmony where there was division and love where there was pain. I cry unto you, O God, to return every destiny helper, every faithful friend, and every divine connection that was pushed away by warfare, confusion, or the enemy's schemes. Let every relationship that was attacked by jealousy, strife, and misunderstanding be healed and restored by your power, and let peace reign again in my family and my circles. O Lord, remove every spirit of separation, bitterness, and offense that tried to destroy my relationships, and replace it with forgiveness, love, and divine understanding. By your authority, reconnect me with the people you ordained to walk with me, support me, and help me fulfill my purpose, and let no evil force separate what you have joined. Father, heal every emotional wound caused by broken relationships, and restore my heart to trust, love, and connect again without fear. Let your peace flow into my family, my friendships, and every relationship I carry, driving out conflict and filling every space with your presence. O God of love, rebuild every relationship in my life according to your will, strengthening bonds that were weakened and restoring unity where there was division. I receive total relational recovery where love is restored, trust is renewed, connections are healed, and every divine relationship is secured by your hand. O Lord my God, arise in your eternal power and recover every day, every month, and every year that was stolen from my life by delay, stagnation, and spiritual warfare, and let the fullness of time be restored back into my destiny. Father of times and seasons, let your hand reach into my past and redeem every wasted moment, turning every lost season into a harvest of divine reward and supernatural progress. I cry unto you, O God, to cancel every delay written against my name and to replace it with divine acceleration that moves me swiftly into the fulfillment of your promises. Let every season that was hijacked by frustration, confusion, and setback be restored now by your mighty power, bringing me into my rightful place of growth and victory. O Lord, recover every opportunity I missed because of fear, ignorance, or spiritual attack, and let those doors open again before me with greater favor. By your authority, let every clock that was slowed against my destiny be reset, and let my life begin to move forward with speed, clarity, and divine momentum. Father, restore every year that was eaten by sorrow, struggle, and waiting, and replace it with seasons of joy, breakthrough, and fulfillment. Let every spiritual thief of time be removed from my life, and let my days, my efforts, and my work produce fruit that cannot be stolen or delayed. God of restoration, reposition me into my proper season, where every step I take is aligned with heaven, and every moment brings me closer to your promises. I receive full restoration of time, where lost years are redeemed, delays are erased, and my destiny moves forward in divine speed and supernatural favor. O Lord my God, arise in your mighty fire and recover every measure of spiritual strength, authority, and divine power that was stolen from my life through battles, weariness, and spiritual attack, and restore me to walk again in boldness, clarity, and victory. Father of glory, let your anointing flow afresh upon me, reviving every spiritual gift, every prayer life, and every flame that grew dim because of opposition, delay, or discouragement. I cry unto you, O God, to take back my spiritual authority from every power that tried to weaken my faith, silence my prayers, and block my spiritual growth. Let every chain that bound my spirit be broken now by your power, releasing me to rise in new strength, new fire, and deeper intimacy with you. O Lord, restore the hunger in my heart for your presence, your word, and your power, and let my spirit burn again with holy passion and divine purpose. By your mighty hand, rebuild my spiritual foundation, making me strong, rooted, and unshakable in faith, truth, and obedience. Father, let every prayer that was weakened by doubt or delay be revived and answered by your supernatural intervention. Let your Spirit fill me with new boldness, new faith, and new authority to stand against every force of darkness. O God of power, let my life become a living testimony of your strength as you restore my spiritual fire and divine influence. I receive full spiritual recovery where my faith is revived, my authority is restored, and my life shines with the glory of your presence. O Lord my God, arise in your glorious favor and recover every portion of acceptance, recognition, and honor that was stolen from my life by rejection, jealousy, and spiritual opposition. And let your grace lift me again before men and before heaven. Father of favor, let your presence go before me and reopen every door that was shut against me, causing people, opportunities, and blessings to locate me with kindness and goodwill. I cry unto you, O God, to erase every mark of shame, rejection, and dishonor that the enemy placed upon my name, and to replace it with divine respect and supernatural acceptance. Let every voice that spoke against my destiny be silenced, and let your voice of favor speak loudly on my behalf in every place where I was once rejected. Lord, clothe me with your favor as a shield, surrounding my life with opportunities, open doors, and divine connections that cannot be denied. By your mighty hand, restore my dignity, my reputation, and my place of honor, and let every lost position be returned to me with greater glory. Father, let your goodness follow me wherever I go, causing people to look upon me with kindness, trust, and divine approval. Let every curse of rejection and abandonment be broken, and let divine favor draw the right people, the right help, and the right opportunities into my life. O God of restoration, lift my head above every past failure, disappointment, and humiliation, and let me walk boldly in your favor and grace. I receive full recovery of favor and honor, where my name is restored, my doors are opened, and my life is surrounded by the goodness of the Lord. Lord my God, Arise in your mercy and power and recover every measure of joy that sorrow, disappointment, grief, and prolonged battles have stolen from my heart, and let your divine gladness overflow within me until my soul is lifted, my spirit is strengthened, and my life is filled again with heavenly joy. Father of light and comfort, let your presence break through every cloud of heaviness, sadness, and emotional darkness that has surrounded me, and replace it with radiant joy, inner peace, and the sweet assurance of your love. I cry unto you, O God, to remove every weight of discouragement, regret, and despair that has burdened my heart, and restore to me the joy of living, the excitement of hope, and the confidence of your promises. Let every spirit of mourning, grief, and sadness that has followed me be driven away by your power, and let my heart be filled again with laughter, celebration, and divine happiness. Lord, breathe new life into my dreams, my desires, and expectations, and let joy rise in my soul where hopelessness once tried to settle and take root. By your mighty hand, turn every memory of pain, loss, and disappointment into a testimony of gladness, and let every tear I have cried be exchanged for songs of praise and thanksgiving. Father, restore my ability to smile, to rejoice, and to delight in your goodness, and let my heart be refreshed by the joy that comes from your presence. Let the joy of the Lord rise within me as a powerful strength, lifting me above every trial, every delay, and every hardship that once tried to steal my peace. O God of hope, fill my heart with new confidence, fresh expectation, and cheerful faith as you restore my inner happiness and emotional stability. I receive full recovery of joy and hope, where my heart is healed, my spirit is renewed, and my life overflows with the gladness and peace of the Lord. O Lord my God, arise in your truth and recover every part of my identity that was damaged, distorted, or stolen by rejection, failure, and spiritual attack, and restore me to the fullness of who you created me to be. Father of glory, remove every false label, every lie, and every negative word that was spoken over my life, and replace it with your truth, your love, and your divine affirmation. I cry unto you, O God, to rebuild my confidence, my courage, and my sense of worth that were weakened by disappointment, betrayal, and hardship. Let every spirit of inferiority, shame, and self-doubt be driven away, and let my heart rise in boldness and divine assurance. O Lord, clothe me with dignity, honor, and inner strength, and let me walk again with confidence in the calling you have placed upon my life. By your mighty hand, heal every wound caused by rejection, neglect, and criticism, and restore my heart to trust, courage, and emotional stability. Oh, Father, let your love fill every empty place within me, removing every feeling of unworthiness and replacing it with divine security and peace. Let every memory of failure, embarrassment, and brokenness lose its power over my mind as you restore my self-image through your truth and grace. O God of restoration, lift my head above every past mistake, and let me see myself through your eyes of love, purpose, and destiny. I receive full recovery of my identity, confidence, and self-worth, where my heart is healed, my mind is renewed, and my life reflects the glory of who you created me to be. Lord my God, arise in your divine wisdom and recover every measure of clarity, understanding, and spiritual insight that confusion, distraction, and warfare have stolen from my mind. And let your light shine again upon every decision and every path before me. Father of all truth, remove every veil of confusion, doubt, and uncertainty that has clouded my vision, and restore to me the ability to see clearly, think wisely, and walk confidently in your will. I cry unto you, O God, to guide me with your counsel and restore every sense of direction that was lost through fear, pressure, or spiritual attack. Let every wrong step, every mistaken choice, and every diverted path be corrected by your wisdom and lead me back into the way of peace, progress, and divine fulfillment. Lord, fill my heart and mind with heavenly understanding, and let every decision I make be shaped by your truth and your perfect will. By your mighty Spirit, remove every voice of deception, confusion, and error, and replace it with your voice of clarity, guidance, and divine instruction. Father, restore my ability to hear you, to recognize your leading, and to follow your direction without fear or hesitation. Let your wisdom flow through my thoughts, my plan, and my actions, aligning every step I take with your purpose and your promises. O God of light, shine upon my path and remove every shadow of doubt, so that I may walk in confidence, peace, and divine assurance. I receive full recovery of wisdom and clarity, where my mind is renewed, my direction is restored, and my life is guided by your perfect light. O Lord my God, arise in your mighty power and rebuild every wall of protection, every spiritual shield, and every hedge of safety that was weakened by battles, attacks, and unseen warfare, and surround my life again with your divine presence, so that no force of darkness can reach, touch, or harm me. Father of refuge, stretch forth your hand over my home, my family, my journey, and my rest, and restore the divine covering that preserves my life, keeps me safe, and blocks every plan of harm designed against me. I cry unto you, O God, to seal every open door through which danger, fear, and evil gained access to my life, and to restore the spiritual boundaries that keep me hidden under your protection. Let every assignment of accident, destruction, and premature harm that was released against me be canceled by your authority and replaced with divine safety, peace, and preservation. O Lord, command your angels to stand guard over my steps, my sleep, my decisions, and my future, watching over me day and night so that no hidden danger, no secret plot, and no evil intention can succeed. By your mighty presence, remove every mark of vulnerability from my life and restore me into a place of divine security, where I walk confidently knowing that your hand is covering me. Father, let your protective power surround my body, my mind, my work, and my household, shielding us from sickness, accidents, attacks, and every form of trouble. Let every spirit of fear, anxiety, and insecurity be driven away, and let me stand strong under the covering of your peace and protection, O God of refuge. Hide me under the shadow of your wings, where no weapon, no enemy, and no storm can reach me or destroy what you have ordained for my life. I receive full recovery of divine protection, where my life is covered, my path is guarded, my future is preserved, and I walk daily under the safety of your mighty hand. O Lord my God, arise in your mighty power and recover every victory, every triumph, and every breakthrough that was stolen from my life by battles, resistance, and spiritual opposition. And let me walk again in the power of your overcoming grace. Father of hosts, go before me and fight every battle that has stood in the way of my progress, and restore to me the victories that were delayed, denied, or taken by the enemy. I cry unto you, O God, to overturn every defeat, every setback, and every loss that was written against my destiny, and to replace it with triumph, success, and divine accomplishment. Let every mountain, every obstacle, and every wall that blocked my advancement be removed by your power, opening the way for victory and forward movement. Lord, restore my strength to stand, my courage to fight, and my faith to overcome, so that I may walk boldly into the victories you prepared for me. By your mighty hand, break every cycle of failure, struggle, and delay, and lead me into seasons of success, progress, and divine reward. Father, release your favor upon my efforts, my work, and my battles, causing everything I touch to prosper and every challenge I face to turn into a testimony. Let every enemy that rose against my advancement be defeated by your power, and let every stolen victory return to me with greater glory. O God of victory, lift me above every past defeat, and let me stand in the fullness of triumph that comes from your presence. I receive full recovery of victory and breakthrough, where every battle is won, every door is opened, and my life reflects the power of your overcoming hand. O Lord my God, arise in your glorious power and recover every testimony, every honor, and every manifestation of your goodness that was delayed or hidden by battles and resistance, and let my life shine again as a living witness of your mighty works. Father of glory, let every promise you spoke over my life come to full manifestation, and let every season of waiting, pain, and struggle be transformed into a season of celebration and fulfillment. I cry unto you, O God, to complete every good work you began in me, and to bring to perfection every blessing, every dream, and every purpose you planted in my heart. Let every unfinished matter, every broken plan, and every delayed promise be restored and completed by your faithful and powerful hand. O Lord, crown my journey with your goodness, and let my life reflect the beauty, favor, and glory of your presence in every area. By your mighty Spirit, turn every past battle into a testimony of victory, and let my story declare your power, faithfulness, and grace. Father, lift me into a place of honor, fulfillment, and divine reward, where all that I have endured becomes proof of your goodness. Let my life overflow with evidence of restoration, where every loss is repaid, every wound is healed, and every promise is fulfilled. O God of completion, establish me firmly in peace, joy, and victory, and let nothing be missing or broken in my life. I receive total divine completion, where my story is restored, my future is secured, and my life glorifies the mighty name of the Lord. May every word of this prayer for recovery and restoration continue to work in your life, bringing back everything the enemy tried to steal. As you go, expect divine compensation, open doors, and supernatural breakthrough to manifest. If this prayer blessed you, remember to subscribe to Divine Cleansing Secret like this video, and share it with someone who needs healing, deliverance, and restoration. Stay connected, and may your season of total recovery begin now.